Eliza Pham, and today I will be discussing the roles Chicanas holds on abortion opinion. Abortion, pro-life or pro-choice. I'm sure we've all heard about this controversial topic before, whether it be through social media, the news, or even those around us. Abortion is one of the most controversial social issues in society today and has been one of the most debated topics amongst people for the last 50 years. Women and many other people worldwide, especially in the US, feel passionately over one side or the other. It is defined as a procedure to end a pregnancy through the use of medicine or surgery to remove the embryo or fetus and placenta from the uterus. Abortion has been legal in the United States since 1973, but despite its legality, many people still stand on opposite ends of this matter. But what role does the Chicano community hold on this issue? Chicanas represent women whose understanding and meaning of reproduction are intersected with their racial background in American society, due to having either parents or ancestors of Mexican descent while being born in America. It is hard to differentiate between your family's values or adapt to American values. It is evident that Catholicism is symbolic as a part of Chicano culture, and so that takes part in where you stand in terms of abortion. However, despite the traditional cultural patterns Chicanas grew up in, their attitudes reel towards feminist notions. Therefore, you can see how putting aside religious and cultural background can influence your position. On top of that, easier accessibility to higher education should be pushed because Chicanas' abortion attitudes shouldn't be solely based on their ethnic upbringing. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, about 2/3 of U.S. Hispanics are of Mexican descent, and of those, many are Mexican Americans who hold their culture and carry the language with them. Chicanas are defined as an American woman or girl of Mexican origin or descent. In return, that shows that many grew up in a household that holds many Mexican values. Within a Chicano household, it is known to be very traditional in the sense that there is a strong connection among family members, where parents are expected to be highly respected in the sense that it was cardinal for children to not be disobedient. Therefore, Mexican American children were conditioned to not stray away from family values. In addition, culture plays a huge role in Chicano families, one being religion. Catholicism plays a huge role in pious Mexican culture, and so it is highly significant for those religious values to be kept and brought upon Mexican American children. Furthermore, the Catholic Church states that abortion is always wrong. It opposes all forms of abortion procedures. That is because the Bible states that life begins at conception. This means that in the eyes of the Church, abortion is classified as murder, which goes against the thou shalt not kill commandment. That idea is prevalent in Mexican households as long as Catholicism holds significant value. A survey by the Pew Forum showed that 65% of first-generation Hispanics believe abortion should be illegal, of which many are of Mexican descent. However, a study shows that despite the Chicanas' membership in the Catholic Church or the significance of their family values, many show to support either legal abortion or under certain conditions. Empirical statistics by a Berkeley study show that of the Chicanas interviewed, 43.4% were pro-choice, 48.7% were conditional choice, and only 5.9% were pro-life. However, the sample size for this study was not large, so data can be different if a different sample and sample size were taken. Despite the narrowness of the sample size, the increase in Chicana feminism is still evident. These feminist notions suggest the choice of what they can do with their bodies. The question that still lies here is, why have these feminist notions, in terms of abortion, increased even with the upbringing of ethnic values held within the Chicana household? The answer to that is education. Since the 1900s, education has been one of the strongest predictors of support for legal abortion. Those who had higher levels of education tended to favor legal abortion, while those with lower levels of education favored pro-choice policies. A Gettysburg College study discusses that it is because education stretches science along with learning about other cultures that increases the student's worldview and learning beliefs other than what their religion taught. However, scholars have determined that religion is the most powerful of variables when it comes to abortion attitudes. Still, it has been shown by a multitude of cogent studies that as education increases, people are more prone to leaning left. Therefore, that just goes to show how we should continue pushing for education and allowing easier access to education after grade school. Chicanos represent one of the few ethnic groups that experience increases in poverty. That being said, access to education past grade school is limited as the cost of schooling is too high. And so, if we change the accessibility of education, we can increase rates of further education. The ramification of doing so strengthens abortion attitudes among Chicanas to be based on their own beliefs as opposed to their ethnic upbringing. Thank you.